5, 16, 19, 21, 30, 3 and 10. Check results. You remember?
Pod a day. How have you spent your day? If you spent it, you know, showing love to Doja Cat, stop it. Get some help. Go get a job, help your parents out around the house, and fix your life up because you're wasting your time. Doja Cat's words herself. Yeah, this whole Doja Cat stuff is just, you know, it is ridiculous. It is just a whole lot of nothing, you know. Much ado about nothing Shakespeare play. That's what it is. It's a bunch of hubba. How do you say it? Hubba. That's such a British word. I can't even say it. Hubba. You get the gist of it. You know, you get the gist. I don't really remember where this started, but effectively, you know, fans and especially stans of big celebrities can get quite maybe protective or loud, or collectively come together to voice something they voiced Doja Cat didn't appreciate, and has responded in a very explosive manner. I don't know much about Doja Cat. I don't think I've ever sought out her music or listened to any. I could name you songs. Well, I couldn't name you any songs, but if they played probably about a lot, I don't know, maybe like 5, I'd be like, yeah, I've heard that obviously because they're huge, and she is massive, and not physically in presence, but you know, sort of in fame, and you know, I don't know what her character's like, but effectively she's came out saying things, and she's came for her own fan base. She's decided she's trying to burn it all down herself. Fair play to her. With this whole, because you know Doja Cat, her fans are called like kittens, I guess. You know, small version of a cat. Very easy, very simple there. And she's came and said all this other stuff like, you guys, you know, you make my parents, you can't decide who I date, because that's what people are kind of talking about. And she, you know, a lot of people fight back with the whole fan stuff because it can get quite parasocial, you know. And she was kind of just saying, if you're seriously going around calling yourself a kitten and spending your whole day just tweeting about me and my life and like championing me, you need to grow up and get a real job, and help your parents around the gaff, and you know, have a productive life of your own. And it's just kind of like, it's not even, you couldn't even argue it's like tough love. It's coming from like a real negative place, real reactionary. And I think the point you've tried to get across there, I have thought about it, I've sat on it, I think it's incorrect. Now, have I ever stanned anyone? No. I've never like had this kind of awe of someone. It's not even like a modern day thing. Obviously, the name Stan, you know, from that Eminem song, it's relatively odd thing. I'm sure it's been going on for ages. And people just have this like admiration. You know the word I'm trying to say, for someone, and it's like it's to the nth degree, right? But as much as I think it's crazy sometimes, and like how people get gassed when they'll meet a famous person and like burst out into tears immediately, and like how, you know, people wait outside hours for someone, or like they'll get like like a little blurry photo here and there, and be like, oh my god, Tom Holland's fit today was so, oh my god, he's just the cutest type thing. Like, as much as I find that weird or whatever, like, I just think it's lazy calling people out, saying, you know, do something with your life, as if like, I mean, it's just, there are many things I don't do and I don't get, but I'm not just gonna like call those people like cringe. There's people who like spend multiple pounds, a lot of their wage, on like Lego, you know, and like things like that. By the way, if the mic sounds weird today, I didn't check it. I didn't do a test check, and I need to do that for this mic apparently. So it might sound stereo-y, which is annoying, and I hope it doesn't. But yeah, there's people who spend all their money on Lego and Pokemon cards, and do I think it's like worth it to buy like a little flimsy card for a lot of money? No, but that's what brings you joy. It's what brings you joy. That's what you like. You're not hurting anyone at the end of the day. And I think for the most part, these people aren't hurting anyone. It's just someone they really look up to, and like I said, like they take it to that nth degree. Not so far where they're like stalking and they're like doing crazy things. It's all staying online. It's just admiration online. And ultimately, I do think that they have got an argument where like they do help with the promotion of Doja Cat, and having really hardcore stans is like a thing that helps you a lot. Swifties, whoever the fuck BTS's stans are. I don't think I would even probably know who BTS were if I didn't see them beefing everyone or just like talking about BTS and unrelated things that are trending. Like I don't think I would have known about them at least as soon as I did. So like there is a case for that, maybe not as much as they are saying, and I don't necessarily agree that they should be dictating the relationships the person they look up to should be with. Again, like Doja Cat, like her parent, like that is a bit crazy. I don't know what these people have done in their past. You see with Taylor Swift, she was with that guy from 1975, and everyone was like, no, he's not good enough for you, Taylor. You deserve better, and they do take it a bit crazy. But I think what it is right with celebrities is that I think they do understand like the trade off. And when I say celebrities, specifically like artists, not like actors and other types of celebrities, because like being an artist is like a very solo endeavor, whereas being an actor it's like an ensemble piece in a film. Whereas an artist is like, I'm doing it, and my success and money is dependent on people who are interested and think what I'm doing is good solo. And like when they say stuff like I appreciate my fans, without them I wouldn't be here, that's a true statement. But I think they're also acknowledging, whether like they're thinking about it consciously or not, that my fans are not a single person. Like I wouldn't be here without them, but also I'm one gal. You get rid of me, there's nothing to support. I get rid of half of you, another half replace you, or I just have half, but there's still a fan base there. So like most of these celebrities know if they wanted to, they could go off on a big tangent and slew their fans, and it won't make the little bitest of difference. Apart from you'll lose some, you'll get a bit of a bad name maybe, but it's not really going to mean anything, because fans is like a collective, and like as much as we did make you, you're not all banded together, you're all different people from around the globe on the internet. You have no real power. And like if you want to take it to the most extreme, R. Kelly, you can do some real crazy stuff, drops an album from inside prison and people still listen to it, so once you have yourself on the main stage and you've got a bit of an audience, there will always be people interested, at least check out what you're doing. And normally if she's making stuff of high quality, it doesn't matter if she's a likable or not likable person. That's something she says. There's more people she listens to who, if she met them in person, she probably wouldn't like, so it's not really going to change things. I don't think this is something she can be cancelled over, or like will lose much of a fan base over. I know she's lost like 600,000 Instagram followers. That means nothing, and she'll probably make more back in no time. But I think it's not something you can cancel someone over. It's not something that's gonna really dismantle her career. It's just gonna make some people change their point of view on the content of her character, and that's it. Some people will agree with her assessment, some people won't agree, and some people like me will say there's truths in what you say, but like you're just saying it in an aggressive way that's just like seems unwarranted, or like you could probably just say like exactly what you're saying, but in a way that's just a little bit more, like as if you're speaking to your fans, for example, like. And you don't have to baby these people. By the end of the day, I think going as far to say they should just deactivate their accounts and stuff, and it's just like it just shows like a lack of care. It might make it hard for some people to go to a live show and want to give a fuck about you. I don't know. At the end of the day, I just think it's just a bit messy and weird, and I just feel like what doesn't help with me being on the side of Doja Cat, she just kind of seems like a reactionary, kind of like a messy public person anyway. Just kind of the type of person to just be angry, and the first thought would be to turn on Instagram Live and rant, which is never like a healthy thing. So that doesn't help that you have that reputation, like chronically online or whatever, and you care that much about what people are really saying. Like when she was beefing Noah Schnapp, 17-year-old Noah Schnapp, because she DM'd him saying, yo, what's your co-star, like Joseph Quinn, right? Can I get his number and this other stuff? First mistake, right? DMing 17-year-old co-star of him. He works a lot of scenes with, I can't remember his name in real life, but like 30-year-old actor who plays, big hair Steve. you know, Maya Hawke, you know, these people, but you know, she DMs 17-year-old Noah Schnapp. Noah Schnapp then posts it on his story because he's a troll, and he's 17, and then she gets angry and basically calls him out, calling him a snake. You know what I mean? This is just like, it's not, it doesn't give you a great look, basically. Doge, but hey, keep doing your thing, man. I guess you can only really be you, and that's all. In other words, of famous celebrities just being reckless. This one in probably a bit more of a more damaging way, but Ariana Grande, home wrecker in a big way, and this is just again just what the fuck. So she gets with this guy she's been working with, on Wicked, and that's no issue, right? That's no issue. You can get with who you're working with. Usually you wouldn't advise that, but in the acting scene, you can kind of get with people you work with. It doesn't ever seem to be something that people don't do, or hide doing. That's not the problem. The problem is this person's married with a child, I think, and another one on the way. She spent multiple times with them together as those two in a couple, hanging out as the third wheel, as the friend, as a friend on the side. Little did the missus know, Ariana Grande is trying to steal my husband, or boyfriend, I think fiance, husband to be. And it's just, again, it's not cool. It's not cool. And as much as like wrecking a marriage, right? I wouldn't advise it. I think in some cases, and maybe it's just for watching too much rom-coms, it's like, love is love, man. And hey, if these two people fell in love and it's like, I can't do something, I'd be lying to myself. But the kids, and they just break up, then what feels to be on the spot, it would be like, sure. But it's the fact that this relationship is going to last no longer than like 4 months, you know? Like, this is, like, there's very slim chance that this is Ariana Grande's final relationship now, and this is who she's going to be with now, like, for the next 20 years. You know what I mean? It's just not the way, you know? And I just think, you know, you're looking at, it's like if, you know, Pete Davidson broke up the marriage of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Maybe a little bit extreme there, but like, Pete Davidson, he's just, you know, Kim Kardashian tattooed on you, why, this and that, and then you, Ariana Grande, and this person, that famous person, this person, this person, right? And it's like, if you were gonna break a marriage, at least let it be for someone who you actually think is the one who you're gonna die next to or whatever. If you do it for Pete Davidson, you know, the fucking, you know, what would you even call him? Like this achievement locker, fucking Pokemon gotta catch 'em all type guy. It's like, Ariana Grande, you don't want to be catching a similar reputation, and it's just not cool also, you know. And also celebrities have really weird types, don't you think? Like Ariana Grande, you know, the guy from Wicked, you know, let's just look, he's very homely looking, let's just say that. You look at Doja Cat, the guy they were calling the other half out on, the geezer, was not primarily because they thought he was punching being with Doja Cat and they want to see Doja Cat with like some stud or whatever. That was a secondary thing. The main thing was because of problematic things in his past to do with Twitch and underage people and whatever. I'm not really too clued up on it, but yeah, it just feels like, I don't know, I feel like I kind of like it though. It's kind of, I feel like women, right? It's just something I've noticed. When they get like famous, it doesn't make them automatically go for like supermodel boyfriends or like NFL player boyfriends, whatever the equivalent is. Because if you look at someone like the most famous people, Doja Cat's with her like geezer husband. He just looks like a geezer. Looks like a West Ham fan. You got Zendaya with Tom Holland. Tom Holland's fine, but you know, I guess by society standards or whatever, he's shorter than her, I guess, which is something people think he's punching for. Taylor Swift was just with Matty Healy, right, 1975, who's like a bit of a slimy guy in terms of his looks. I don't know about his personal character. And then you think Ariana Grande, obviously Pete Davidson, people said, you know, Pete's punching, and then this geezer. And it's just like, but whereas with men, it's just the complete other way around. Like the second they get big, you could be 700 pounds with a neck beard and 2 teeth, but you'll have a supermodel girlfriend. It's just like, it's very interesting that. I don't know if that's a slight on either category here. If it's probably men, if I'm being honest. No, I've said that, but it's just interesting. Like when you think about it, Feels like women go on and they still just end up dating someone who like they truly believe they love, whereas geezers, it's like, okay, now we can get anyone. I'm trying to think of like I don't want to think of a male example. I don't want to call someone out effectively being like they're ugly and they're a fucking stunner, but I'm just gonna say punching. Typically by the standards of Twitter that you're reaching up there, which is crazy, I guess it gives us all a chance, eh, lads? Anyway, that was all. That was bloody all, wasn't it? Doja Cat, Ariana Grande, and I'll be done now. This was 200 and something. See you in 200 something else.
Here with the kids, and I had like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. He was like,